Oh, it feels weird to not wear headphones.
I know.
It does.
I like it.
Hello and welcome to the first Above Table Talks. I am the humble game master, and I am accompanied with a few of my players for this. Feel free to go ahead, introduce yourselves. Let the folks at home know who we're talking with.
I guess since I'm on.
We still all look to Ira.
I mean, if we're going like this way, yeah. Hi, my name is Allie Goodell. I'm Allie G, and I play Eliana Silmer in the campaign. I've also played Cindy in the past. I'm trying to remember her name. Incendiate Lumina Manojoyello is her name. She's Cindy for short, but those are the two characters I play.
Hi, I'm Allie F. I am the wife of Game Master.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. I also play Ira, Ton, Paladin Fighter. Recently kidnapped. Muffin, Haver, Connoisseur, and mom of all your. What? What am I missing?
Adopted.
A lot of
mom.
titles.
It's a lot of titles.
It's a perfect amount of titles.
Mother of Dragons.
No.
Not there yet.
Not there. We know dragons.
Mother of all your.
No. It's a
That's what I was
owl.
getting at.
I'm Caroline Dager. I play Sable Vale,
Done with
and I
your
used to
shit.
play Yoon or Aurelia Thalion. And
Or-
I am
Or
Or
Grim.
Grim.
Or
Grimhilda, or Porter, or Silas.
Rip.
rest in peace, Silas.
He was
Well,
just
yeah.
a baby.
So
What about
I'm
you?
the game master. I introduced myself at the beginning. I play a lot of every single NPC that's ever been constructed or conceived, as well as Jax, who's never going away for whatever reason.
Wait, ever? Like all NPCs ever in the entire universe in the world? Like,
Yeah. The only time that has not happened is when Ben has voiced like two of them.
I meant like in our world, like just any NPC ever. Voice all the Baldur's Gate NPCs.
Yeah, man, ever. I'm just a voice actor. I'm every credit everywhere. Random guy, that's me.
Random guy. It's crazy.
Random guy 4A.
4A.
This group of people is the ones that we chose to be here for the very first episode, because we have all been here since the beginning. Caroline had taken a year break from the campaign, so we've kind of swapped some folks intermittently in between there, and she's since decided to join back at the table. And you see her entrance in episode 74. But
You knew that number off the top of your
Yeah.
head? 'Cause I didn't.
I yeah, it's my job to remember. I have to remember all these things. But yeah, so I guess we can kind of like jump into kind of how we've gotten to where we are. I think at the time of recording this, we are at 87. I think that's going to be well established because we can't talk about things that have not happened yet. So only I probably could, but everybody else has no idea.
So spoilers for up to 87. The
Yeah.
rest, we don't know what it holds.
9 times out of 10, this is probably going to come out after 87.
And
9 times.
And if you haven't caught up to 87 yet, you can check out our YouTube channel, Off the Beaten Quest, Spotify,
Anywhere you get your podcast.
Apple Podcasts, Amazon. If you use YouTube for podcasts too, it's also available on there. That's, as of time of recording this, that is brand new. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
And feedback that I was given is double check when you click on an episode on Spotify, because the part 2s come before the part 1s. And
Oh.
somebody was confused when they
What the
listened.
fuck?
I got that feedback the other day at work. So, yeah.
sorry,
I mean, it happens. I don't know. You can't control that. I guess we can reorder it on the list, but
you can't.
It is.
They were bulk
is.
uploaded.
Spotify's fault. It's their fault.
Shout out.
Shout out Spotify. Yeah.
Shout out to your friends listening, though.
Yeah. Shout out to friends listening. My employees.
Support
I
your
guess.
local artists.
So we've all started in the kind of original group. We had a few other members that were no longer with the table, no longer with us. Shout outs to, JP, who had kind of been there since the beginning as well. Playing Selendor Arendorn.
Oh.
Hey, JP, like maybe come back for like a guest star.
I mean, yeah. Or, play
Sal
whatever.
can't come back though.
Yeah, Cell's
He's
dead.
gone forever.
Cell is dead.
But I would love to have like JP back, like even just for like 1 or 2 weeks. Like that'd be sick.
I think it'd be great.
Pull a Brendan.
Yeah.
Pull a Brendan.
He just comes back as the new Lich.
No.
No, Eliana's already scarred enough. We don't need her.
But yeah, it was an interesting kind of start to a lot of things. I mean, you guys started off in like a tournament of champions, and then were accused of murder, and you fled, and there was just a lot of things that like kind of progressed up to the point where folks retired.
You made.
I
Died.
forgot we were accused of murder.
Yeah, you made really cute wanted posters. Do you remember you printed out and you did like a coffee stain on all of them and you used our character art and like blurred it out? You made really cute wanted posters.
I have no memory of that.
I remember because I have it.
I made
What?
letters.
Yeah, you made letters for the
Champions.
Dendanes.
I
No,
don't-
you also did like our silhouette,
What?
like pictures. Like it wasn't us, but it was like
Caroline,
wanted.
give this to us.
Oh,
If you
okay. I think I
have
remember this. I think there's only for a couple of people. A couple
Okay,
people had
okay.
been. Other people weren't.
Oh, because
Oh,
your
wanted.
character
Of
was
you.
on the run
Yeah,
at the
so
very
I think it was
beginning.
Yeah,
yours.
just me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you got
Yeah.
exclusives.
And I swear,
Whoop.
you're gonna spill coffee on yourself, and it's making me nervous every time.
It's actually almost empty. It's almost empty.
It's splashing. Anyway,
I'm clumsy.
if anything, this is reminiscent to what you see at the table. So this is not where we can try to be formal all we want, but that's not.
I spilled coffee on myself in one of the sessions, and I was like, I spilled coffee on me and my shirt.
She's dropped her dice. She's put dice in her mouth. You know, it's been all the things.
Yeah, and it's spreading because now I put dice in my mouth.
It's
Now that I'm
spread.
done with
Well,
you.
she started sniffing it, and then she started putting them in their mouth.
I did make scented ones,
You got ones that were scented too. that
and I
made-
started making them.
Yeah.
I started putting them in essential oil.
Yeah, I
Ira's,
guess
to
what do we want to?
kind of bring it back, Ira's the only one that's been here since session 1.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
She's
Thoroline.
she is it. All that's left.
Yeah.
That's why I pushed so hard. Let's get Cindy back.
I do miss Cindy sometimes. She was so fun to play.
She was so fun in
Yes.
combat too.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like her story, basically, which is in the prologue, but her mother died, and the reason she went out adventuring was because she was hunting down her mother's murderer, who was her ex-girlfriend. But then turns out a bunch of stuff happened, blah, 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 mind control, stuff like that. And she decided to stay
Maureen
home.
Hearts.
Yes, she decided to stay home with her father. It made the most sense story-wise. So,
Yeah,
like,
for
even though
sure.
I'm like, I didn't really want Cindy to, like, leave, it was like, it doesn't make sense for her to keep going on. So,
Yeah.
she's still alive. So
After
maybe she
Roman
like-
helped kill the evil stepmother, she
Yes.
retired. Yeah.
When like seeing like Cindy and her dad's relationship,
Mhm.
like that was the only right decision to make.
Yeah.
For her. Like, what do you mean your dad is your favorite person on the planet, but you're just gonna dip?
Yeah.
That it didn't make any sense.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of this was recorded. We started recording kind of around episode or session 60 for us, which is kind of why when you see the episode titles, you see that there are like episode like whatever and then
Session
session
61.
something. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because we picked this up mid-campaign. We had wanted to record very from the start, but it took a while to kind of get the things progressed to get to that point.
Getting the equipment, figuring out the setup.
Equipment and then like the we record this has kind of been established like our location where we do now. Well, we started in like our old house and it just wasn't an environment where we could.
Yeah, it was too lofted ceilings, too echoey,
Yeah.
and it was just not working out.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked to record in
You
that
guys had
space.
to move the table every week.
Yeah.
The kitchen
Yes.
table every week, and
The
then
living
we'd
room.
finish at like midnight, 1 a.m. and
We'd have
we're
to move
like,
it all the way back.
we moved
yeah.
the table back to the kitchen, took out the leaf, had to disassemble my closet, my
Took out the
office,
light
to put the
bulbs.
leaf away.
Yeah.
Light
Change
bulbs
the
out.
light
The light
bulbs. Like,
bulbs.
it was a whole
Yeah.
thing. Now it's just set up, and we come in and we play, and then we
Yeah.
go to bed.
I've made my office the recording space.
Yeah.
And we're recording in my
my
wife's office.
office.
So now we share the love.
Yay!
But yeah, I mean a lot of the stuff is covered in kind of like the prologue. The first probably about 30 sessions aren't covered in the prologue. Everything else is kind of stuff like that'll happen beforehand. So I didn't want to like go into it because all the people that we were jumping into with kind of happens through sessions like 30 all the way up until like 60. But I play Jax. He's kind of like the second closest to the thorough line. He came in about episode or session 17, 16 or 17 for us.
Dang,
My
was that
brother.
early?
Yeah, it was that
he was
early.
my brother.
Because
Like brother,
Not brother,
but-
brother.
Yeah.
the college was around episode 15 and then that was when like Yoon had gone missing. You guys ended up going to the Feywild to get her back, and all that
You
stuff.
recruited her new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave him a
When-
Well, it
toy,
was actually
babe.
it was Yoon who said like come with us.
Yeah.
And then he said fine.
Because Ira and Jax's thing didn't really start till we were already
in
back
the
in the
college.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was
Snuggles in Ira's dorm
That was
room.
cute. I will say, like a lot of try not to fuck up my microphone. I would say
You're
a
the one
lot.
editing this.
I know I'm the one editing this.
Yeah.
I'm the editor. Hey guys,
So, like,
what's up?
don't jiggle your cord too much.
I'm doing good.
Thankfully enough, I think these guys on here are making it
Cool.
nice, not so like noisy. But yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. What's up? Anyway,
So does everyone else in the room.
Yeah.
Not diagnosed, but pretty sure.
yeah,
Same here.
Get one of those hats. I feel like a really important part of like Ira's journey has been like losing all of the people that happened before recording.
Yeah.
Which I'm so sad the audience doesn't get to like see like that. Like they haven't been here for the whole journey. So like I feel like a lot of Ira's like abrasiveness or like coldness comes from like all of her loss.
Yeah, and then you see like with what would have just come out with Roman, like you see that shell crack.
Mhm.
Like as soon as he shows up,
She's like one of the
her
old ones.
her whole thing is just like the walls just kind of crumble immediately.
Yeah.
It's like you've kind of got to prove yourself with her before she's like bought into you, which is kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
For being
It's the way
honest.
she loves you. You talked about that.
you know.
Yeah, and Roman ended up leaving at like right around just before we started recording.
Yeah.
It was right around like episode session 58 or 59.
Yeah.
Was kind of like the end of the fight in Bountifolia that he ended up leaving for, which is when we picked up Verity.
She literally came in like when
That
Roman,
session.
Yeah.
that session
Yeah,
when
it was
Roman
that
left. They like
session.
swapped
Yeah.
basically.
Yep. Yeah, because then the session after that, when she was fully there, was the first one we recorded. Because we had tried to record some things when Brenda was here, and some of the issues like with the
We had
stuff just didn't work.
some tech
and-
issues to
We
Yeah.
didn't have
figure
enough
out, so-
cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only had 2 cameras.
Well, we were doing audio only at that point.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were 58 and 59.
61 through like 65,
Oh,
66
we
was audio
Yeah.
only.
60 through 61, right? Is that the first
Yeah,
episode?
61 's
61 through.
Behind the
68.
scenes information, we tried to capture everyone with a one boomful mic. It didn't go very
Didn't
well.
work. Didn't work.
Hey, look, we made
We
an
tried.
A+ effort.
Look,
Yeah.
you might have a really expensive microphone, but it can only do so much.
That was
You
like
don't have
session
the
like
rest.
59 or 60 that we
Yeah.
tried to do that, and we were like, nope. And then
Yep, we
I
had
was
to
like-
go back to
I
the
was like,
drawing board and figure
forget
it
it.
out.
I was like, I'm buying all these microphones. I'm buying an interface. I was like, nope. I was like, we're done. But yeah, and I think the transitions from like with the players and stuff at the table. I mean, some of the like the DMs out there would kind of like attest that like sometimes that's really hard with the story fluctuating and stuff. And I tried. I don't want to say I tried. I succeeded at making the narrative fit those transitions. So
Mhm.
like whether it was like somebody passing away or somebody retiring or somebody leaving, all the things like kept intertwining with the story, and I made sure to do that. So that way, like things can come back around, or they can come back up later, and it's all a part of like everybody's character development, all those things.
I think one of the reasons that works so well is like life itself is so unpredictable anyway.
Yeah,
So that like whenever you like we had these moments like, oh well like Nina, I got a job in China. I need
Yeah.
to go do that.
Yeah.
And we're
shout
like,
out Dawn.
absolutely go do that. Like that's a huge opportunity. Like it's easy to like kind of write that in because IRL, she's had this really cool thing happen. You know, where it's harder for I think those tables, which I think we've been really lucky, we haven't really had to deal with it much,
Yeah.
of players just not showing up one week.
Yeah,
And like even before that we were recording and it was just like recreational and it was just a game.
It's like every Sunday.
Yeah, it was every Sunday. Everyone always shows up. If someone wasn't going to be there, it was always I'm sick or like it was a legitimate like we had notice and you had time to like mentally like
yeah.
make something work in the story.
Well, I mean, like that was like with Yoon, that was the first, I think, one of the first few moments where we had to be like, okay, this player's not here. Why is this player not here?
Yeah, which is why I
And
was
then-
kidnapped.
Yeah, so then we knew
Yeah.
that was happening the session beforehand. So
Well,
It seems to be a common theme, and
Yeah,
now you're like,
it's-
they were kidnapped.
they were
they're
kidnapped. They
gone."
were taken.
well, it's like it's not like why is the player not here, but like what story beats make sense for the
Yeah.
character to not be
yeah.
be here at this time because.
And-
Like one of my favorite things as a player that you do is like if someone's gonna be gone, like if you're gonna go see your family for like a week, when that person comes back, you always have this really cool sort of like cutaway scene. That's what they were
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
like
Yes,
while they were
yeah.
gone.
When Roman was in like he was kidnapped and he had like the thing in the cave where there were like just little like screenshot almost moments. I was like, this.
Yeah. I mean, we did that for even Selendor too.
Yeah.
With the like when he was
Yeah.
taken to the Fey realm and like there was
Mhm.
the whole thing with the pixies and it kind of spawned that whole thing with the Lich and everything
Yeah.
like that. He had this whole like I want to say almost the whole first half of that session was like
Yeah.
this story of just like narrative beat by beat of just what was happening. He didn't even have to like roll really at all throughout that whole process because it was just like, okay, this is happening. This is what you've been doing. Like,
Yeah.
now you're going to get to react.
Mhm.
Now that you're back at the table. I mean, I think too, that's the thing with like Yoon going with her parents. That was the one thing that kind of sparked a lot of things moving forward, whether it was like for Yoon's character development, Jax's character, like being introduced, like the different characters that had never even seen the Fey realm before, like seeing that,
Like the
seeing
bloodgrass.
yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, the
bloodgrass.
bloodgrass.
That was
Yeah.
the first time we encountered the bloodgrass, and now it's been a common theme.
That
Yeah.
is, I can say the bloodgrass is Era's number 2 worst trauma.
Literally almost TPK us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to send
Freaking
Jax out
grass.
to save
Yeah,
us.
Jax is the one that saved, and that was
That was our
always the
intro to
plan.
him.
That was always the plan.
Yeah?
I knew that was going to be the plan. And it was like something where these were like these homebrew,
It was a homebrew, and you didn't
like
realize how
Fey
strong
Fey
they were.
realm, like yeah,
It's
Fey
full
realm
OP.
plants. I was like, I just looked them up, and I was like, okay, what plants would be in the Fey realm? And then I found these two ones that like, it's like okay, like bloodgrass sounds awesome but ominous, and then like. It just disguises itself as like a long grassed field,
And like the way you
go through
painted
it,
that,
it's
like,
oh,
the direction of the bloodgrass was sunny and it was pretty and it was inviting, and then the
Trickster.
opposite direction was dark and ominous
Yeah.
and a forest and a mist and
Yeah.
fog. And so it's like, yeah, we're gonna go into the grass with the sunshiny happiness.
mhm.
And then we almost
Yeah.
died.
We almost
Yeah.
died.
Because there's
Which is-
different domains
yeah.
in the Fey realm.
It was funny because I was on vacation for that time.
Yeah.
And I came back, and the first thing Iris said to Aura was like, "Don't you ever come back here again? Like,
Yeah.
we have to go. I hate the grass."
I also like feel like Ira does have scars in her ankles
Yeah,
from the
Oh,
bloodgrass.
God.
Like,
Tattoo them.
they're like little specks of just like
yeah.
yeah, and I mean like even the stuff with Cindy, a lot of Cindy's stuff ended up being a pretty good like thorough line for the first like I want to say what like 20 sessions.
You introduced the circus way sooner than I thought you
Yeah.
were going to.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
session 3 or something. I was like,
Cindy was
what?
arc 1.
yeah,
Yeah.
If it involved Cindy, it was part of the first arc of the campaign.
yeah,
That's
I was like, here's my backstory. We'll probably come across it at some point. And Justin was like, here's your ex, like 5 sessions in, not even.
I just like twists,
I was
and
like,
it was so much
It was
of
a
like
perfect time.
yeah, so many surprises. I mean, the moment you guys got to certain places, there was just like this opportunity just to pepper something in amidst everything else you were dealing with. I mean, you guys were on the run from like the guards that had told you to stay in Cliff Hedge, and then you guys like went to this town that was like completely like rolled by tyrannical lords, and
Ira almost
You
got
almost
committed
got
to marriage.
arranged marriage.
That's the funny thing is because Eliana was like, when we were doing like the truth thing, you were like, I almost married this person. And Eliana was like, was it consensual? And then my mind was like, you're almost
And
got
that-
married.
yeah,
I didn't connect that. I'm connecting
Yeah.
that now.
I didn't either until
that
I
went
edited
over
the
my head.
episode.
yeah. And like I mean, those lords like they're still out there.
When
like,
we met Grim, like real
Yeah.
Grim,
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
because
That was
all
a
of
fun
Yoon's
twist, too.
personas were like in real life.
yeah.
Like she had sucked.
They were all actual people.
Yeah, it was a cool homebrew thing that we had decided for Caroline's character as a changeling was to make it be a little bit of a different where the forms had personas and they were different people from like we wouldn't really had established if they were people from the world or not, but they had kind of adapted their own kind of personality. And then I threw the twist of when they went somewhere, this person was there, and it was like, what?
I know. And I was so in love with Grimm when I wrote Grimm. So when I met
So
Grimm in
was
real
Cindy.
life, I was like, oh my God, she's not real. She's not real.
And then Ira's still weird about middle-aged / little older drunk human men,
Yeah, Porter.
portly men,
Portly,
because of Porter.
beautiful men.
Porter.
He was the worst. Every time
He
he
was the
came out, we were
worst.
just like, this.
You know what's so funny is I would look through text of my dad and I would be like, what did he say today? Or like, what was he saying at this time? What did he say when we were playing this
no.
game? And I just took little notes.
That's crazy.
That's Porter. Just my dad.
That's another reason why Cindy
Shout out
also
Caroline's
left,
dad.
though.
Shout out, Papa.
Cindy had made like such a bond with Grimm specifically. Like she was in love, but like was denying it so fucking hard. So when Yoon died, Cindy was like, I just want to stay home with my dad. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
I just like I can't keep doing this.
We had a romantic playlist.
We
We
did.
had a romantic
Oh my
playlist.
god, I think it still exists.
It does. It ends with Blue October. I hope you're happy.
That's crazy. But not Cindy having struggles with her own commitment issues and
It was bad.
sleeping with basically every
Yeah, Cindy was
thirst
a
trap
slut. I
NPC
loved
that I
her.
made.
Slut positive. We're
positive.
we're slut affirming here.
Didn't you have a blue tiefling personality? too?
Yes.
Yes.
Val.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah. Yeah.
you hooked up with and then woke up and
Yeah.
it was Grimm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Val was like
I had so much fun with that, like
Val was like
dynamic.
Grimm.
PC dynamic, and then the multiple personas.
It was so fun.
Because we did like a thing where you couldn't control it for a little while, or it was
Yes,
based
I had to
around different
roll.
things. Yeah, you'd roll for it.
And I could never memorize which ones they were. I relied on Allie to be like,
Yeah.
I knew what they were for some reason.
she was like, you would be like, it's a 3. And I'd look at
Yeah.
Allie like,
And, then, and it was something where we added personas eventually, because we had like a lengthy conversation of like, okay, what if they were based around different emotions? And then that's when Val kind of came in, because it was more like the lust and love kind of side of things. And then the anger one, which
fire
became
guy.
a very big point of
yeah, who
New-
came after the kidnapping?
It went Numok then Val, but then Numok became a
Yes.
point of contention.
Which was funny because Cindy was afraid of fire because fire killed her mom, and so she
Yeah.
was so scared of Numok.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think, I mean, and you had decided to take a break from the table, and so like we kind of had to transition, and it made it a point to where like Yoon had kind of been battling with this internal like
Mhm.
fire like entity that was like kind of consuming her at the time. And we had another player that was here with us that kind of left about the same time. So we kind of ended up having both of them be involved with this thing with Jax, where he ended up having to like kill Yoon to kind of protect himself, because he was I had come up with this thing where she was actually taking bits of the people's like soul and being able to encompass. That's why the personalities were so like the actual
Real.
person. And so it was something where Jax's soul was being like taken, and he had to like fight himself out. And then that's kind of it progressed there, and then it was when we introduced a couple new players to the table, and we met like Lukiel and Roman. It was right around that. It was actually that same session where Yoon like passed away. Roman and Lukiel were introduced with like
and then
Tuxlop.
Ira and Cindy were like, fucking more people after we just lost. We were like, what do we do?
Ira had a big, you know what? I think I just want to go home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's just in the same boat. She's never stopped being that way, really.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there's work to be done, but she doesn't want to do the work, but no one else is going to do it, so she's going to do it. But the second the work is done,
She's going home.
she's tapping out.
Yeah.
Like
if she's
yeah.
alive.
shut up.
Damn. Okay.
Manifestation is real, Caroline.
Yeah, and then the course of the next like 30 episodes became like a pretty big arc of just like helping Roman like escape his past and escape people that were kind of pursuing him. which led them to led you guys to Corson, the Sand Continent, and like you dealt with all this stuff over there and met Dawn, inevitably at Oasina, and Eliana took her fall form. They met Eliana on the ship to Corson.
Oh yeah.
That was because that was right around that transition to that continent is when Cindy decided to retire. This evil stepmom was brainwashing her dad and trying to take over the Minot Empire and the clothing empire.
No, the most powerful clothing empire.
Yeah.
in Aarencia.
The literal the name brand clothing in Aarencia.
Which is so fun whenever
yeah,
we see it.
yeah.
We haven't seen a store in a while.
No, I know.
I know.
yeah.
I keep asking. He's like, no, they haven't expanded here. And I'm like, Dick,
Port of Mars is a different continent.
she needs new corsets.
I need a veil.
Yeah, we
you
know.
do need
we
a
know.
veil.
We've talked about it. But I mean, you guys have seen a lot of different cultures and different things through a lot of the different continents now. I think, and that was something when I was thinking about this, kind of after the fact. I didn't expect, even though again I'm running the game and whatever, but I didn't expect for us to kind of continent hop that you guys did. You guys got to see a lot of the world pretty quickly.
Also, just want to say that these continents must be freaking tiny. The fact it only takes a day or two to go an entire continent is wild to me.
Well, it took you guys 2 weeks to get to Bountifolia, or no, you guys went through airship, so that was pretty quick. So
No,
it's
we didn't go airship. Dawn went airship,
yeah,
but even then, that was only a day or two because
Akira put you guys at Bountifolia.
Yeah, we got
you guys
yeah,
didn't
right.
travel. But
correct.
yeah.
That's what I was saying. Dawn took that because Nina had gone on. She
She's
went on a
trip.
sick trip to Bali.
Yeah,
And so he was gone for that session.
She got sick too.
Oh no.
But then in order for us to meet Dawn there and for it to all line up right story wise, we had to go to Akira to teleport us there.
Yeah, it was basically a bit halfway across that series of continents. It took you guys a few days to get to Corson from. I think you guys left Oromar City, so it was where it is on the map. It was pretty close within proximity. It took you guys, I think, about a week to get there, but you guys had a fight in between and all that stuff. But
Rip the TV battle map.
yeah, right.
Wait, what happened to it?
What?
The frame rate of a TV and shooting down on it's not going to
you
look
can't
good
record
on
on
camera.
TV. So we decided, but hey, my maps are great, and you've probably, if you've watching this, you may have seen
They're
my
3D.
map making video
True.
by now. There's another one that may
Probably
have already released.
Yeah, it would have already released. Speaking of, if you want to help us improve what we're doing,
Yes.
you can go over to our Ko-Fi and donate to the channel.
Yes.
We are looking to get better microphones to make this one's job easier. And yeah.
Yeah. Map making supplies, all the things.
That'd be sick. All right.
Yeah.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Because trust me, I follow some websites that I would love to get.
You want a
assets
wormwood
from-
table so bad?
Oh, Wormwood, yeah. Shout out, yo, hey, we could potentially get
Wormwood?
sponsored. You know what I'm saying? We can work that out. I don't care. I will pander. I will pander for that sponsorship. But there's a site called Dwarven Forge that has a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of assets, but they are
God, yeah.
definitely not cheap.
Expensive.
But they are so some of their
But-
packs that are $1,000 or $2,000.
The quality's nuts, though,
and
right?
it's a lot of stuff that you get for it, and I'm like, if I need to take out a loan.
Ko-Fi.
Upset wife.
But I
Ko-Fi.
typically work a lot with the different things like XPS Phobe and kind of create a lot of different stuff. And thankfully enough, the model train world has a lot of shit that I can utilize. It's great. All the trees, all the different plants and everything that I put on those maps and the moss and stuff are just all model train things.
Your father-in-law thinks that's so cool that you use the model train stuff.
Yeah.
My dad loves model train. That's his.
Yeah.
That's just he's entered that phase of life where he's a model train guy.
I want to go to a model train store, guys.
I get
Take
it. I
us.
get it at craft stores in places that have things for model trains. But I would, if there was a specific place that had a lot more stuff than I have, absolutely, I would be.
Every
I'd be
payday, you'd
walking
be
out
in
with
there.
a cart full of stuff. yeah, I mean the way like Dawn was introduced and like she had sat in on a few sessions, and this is all again before we like recorded. Nina was like one of her first few sessions was seeing this like giant worm fight as well as like a giant fight in this
Purple
crazy
worm.
city that I designed with a bunch of storefronts, and you guys were fighting like the
orcs?
cowboys.
Or I know
Why
we were
didn't
fighting
we
with the
fucking do anything when they threw the mayor out of the window? We were just like, all right, guys.
Because the mayor was a fuck.
Yeah,
The mayor was kind of a shithead.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the. But no, I mean like the Dalton and
Shithead.
Dalton and I think Darla and Butch that are also still out there.
We still don't know what the fuck happened. Like some weird shadow people like went,
Yeah.
"Whoo," and then they disappeared.
Just want to say,
Do we want to like,
his
you know,
proper name is Dalton, but Ira doesn't like him, so she calls him Duncan.
He'll never be canon. I'll never accept it. He's one of my more favorable NPCs that I've created because his power set is cool and he's a cool dragon companion. The disrespect
The
that he
dragon
gets
companion.
is crazy.
Eliana didn't like the dragon because he was a ghost dragon, and
Yeah.
she was like, "It's undead."
It was awesome.
It was cool. Like outside of character, it was cool.
So much hate. Such a cool character.
Bring him back.
Trust me.
Because he tried to kill
Oh, no.
us.
No, yeah, he did.
He tried to kill us. He did.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fights and different NPCs that like you guys have made waste to a lot of the ones that I've put in your guys' path.
Almost died a lot, but that's okay.
Yeah, there are a few that have gotten away that are still in the wind.
We tried to run after the heart hand man. What's his name?
The
Burn Man.
Oh, the Burn Man, the Hand Man.
No.
We tried to hunt him down, and Justin was like, "Yep, he's gone." And we were like, "My spell has 120 feet. I'm gonna snipe his boat."
Jeez.
Like,
Yeah.
we tried.
And that
to
was
get
when
him.
Ben was piloting
away
him, and yeah,
And then Eliana turned into some kind of water snake thing.
Oh yeah.
And like, so we could get from the tiny island back to the mainland from like the
Oh,
fight
yeah.
with him.
Forgot about
nothing like
that.
a boat-drawn snake carriage to get from one boat to the other. Yeah, or continent to the other.
That's terrifying. My little scully boat, not terrifying. A giant snake water
Yeah.
thing.
Look, your boat gave me some bad flashbacks. It
boat
gave
was
us
awesome.
trauma.
The boat was
the boat
awesome.
was awesome.
That was cool as shit.
The
but,
bone boat. Yeah.
but also objectively worse. Like,
All I thought
objectively
about
not.
was the underworld in Disney Hercules.
Oh yeah, that's totally what I modeled it. A lot of it. After.
That's like the whole like cavern and all that we like went through,
River
and that
Styx, yeah.
was just like
And that's something to talk about too. I guess that like a lot of the like gods and the way that I've kind of constructed some of this like the stuff in this world is based around a lot of like mythos that exists like within different cultures. Like I used a lot of like for the River Styx specifically, I used a lot of concepts from like the Egyptian like river, like their culture about like the what is it like the Nile. We saw a lot of it in like Moon Knight and stuff like that when they like did it, but that and then like the River Styx in Greek mythology. A lot of the gods that you guys have been either affiliated with or worship.
Isn't
been
Erebus like
Erebus
an
is based
actual, like,
around the-
in the world, like the real life world?
Yeah.
the god of shadows in Greek mythology. Yeah, we homebrewed him to be like what we needed him to be,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
the god of shadows in Greek mythology is Erebus.
Because I know with Nylea, she's the only one that is like
She's a Magic
She's
the
a Magic the
Gathering.
Gathering card.
yeah, she's like an official like
From
from
Magic.
that.
Yeah,
But then I remember we were like, what name do we want to do for my god? Because we were trying to avoid.
Sorry.
Florenia.
I need someone to explain to me how a god card in Magic the Gathering, Nylea, doesn't have reach. So if you can put that in the comments and explain that to me.
Oh,
Most of my archers on my archer deck have reach, but for some reason my 500-foot god does not. Okay, I'm done.
yeah. Her art on the card depicts her as like a giant, like above a giant tree line.
Does she have a bow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then she should have reach.
Well,
She
has
should
a
have
Well,
reach.
she has a bow that you equip.
So does the equip give her reach?
No.
Dumb.
Yeah, Nylea's bow
Dumb.
doesn't give reach.
Yeah. It does not. It's not give her reach.
Boo.
But yeah,
Anyway,
But
velocity.
anyway.
Yeah.
we wanted to be like original with the god name, so you started like formulating like
Yeah.
different names. Because where did
because Florenia it was like homebrew,
Yeah.
which turned out to be Thanatura, which was also kind of homebrew, but we based it off of like. Actually, I don't think I came up with that one, the god of natural death, as just a concept. Because it wasn't the god of death, because that's like I think I had mentioned either. I think I mentioned Merkel early in the campaign.
You did.
It was
did.
when
Yeah.
That was a JP thing.
yeah, that was when you guys finished killing Nilnox, and then Merkel showed up
The
and
circus
stole
dude.
That's
an
right.
emissary of Merkel stole the heart and bamped away. But so we instead of doing like a god of death, we would do the god of natural death.
Yeah.
Because the god of nature and kind of tangentialized it. And then like Flossidus again was another homebrew like based around like the stars and stuff. I used a lot of Latin words and kind of twisted them to kind of fit with a few things. And I'm not going to give any spoilers.
I was like,
we're
where'd you
not,
get
we're not there
Kayla's
yet.
name?
But the veiled one is a few different. It's like I think one or two different.
Two different ones, yeah.
Mythos of like Viking cultures, like in Norse mythology, and I want to say the other one was like Irish mythology,
Yeah.
and like the pantheon of that, of like what that represents and kind of symbolizes, and I kind of combined a lot of different things for that.
She's so cool.
Yeah, I like that one.
And then you also, for the fall solstice,
Yeah,
you
The Maven
pulled
Festival.
directly from like IRL, like Maven.
yeah,
Because we had a lot of long conversations about like what are some ways that like we actually like celebrate fall solstice here, and then you just like cherry picked from like
Mhm.
this big list that I gave
Nice.
you.
well, it's gonna be the same thing for like when we get to Yule and like the
Mhm.
spring solstice and stuff like that. That like I think it's something where, and I've said this to you guys plenty of times, of just like the way that I want to ground fantasy into like real things that just create that immersive experience. Is just taking real things that are practiced now that some people like, oh, it's just a bunch of magic and wizardry,
Fuck off.
but like yeah.
Well,
But-
I mean, some fantasy can feel, and it's like some of it's like on these
Yeah.
bookcases, but
Yeah.
like some fantasy is just it's so fantastical that it's not rooted in anything.
Yeah.
And it's like I think that's something again about like the world that you've built in our building, is that there are bits of it that are grounded and rooted.
Yeah.
So it comes back down. Like the characters have actual people problems.
Mhm.
Like Eliana and Ira's whole relationship. Like that's a very real, like could be a very real conflict between two people.
Yeah.
Except the fact that, regular people aren't really going out and fighting monsters all the time. So that
Murdering
moral
gods.
conflict
Yeah.
isn't there. But yeah.
But like the
I get what you're
core,
saying.
yeah, but like the core of the problem of like between these two women as people.
Yeah.
Like that's a very like that could be a very real situation.
I mean,
True.
like
Just relieved it's
Cindy
not us,
was-
actually.
Cindy's biggest thing, like a good like, because there's been tropes in a lot of the arcs that I've made for a
Yeah.
lot of you guys. Like Yoon's was very much, I think we played around with the concept of like emotional stability. Cindy's was grief. Like Selindor's was, I definitely, I think the more I like summed that down when I kind of reflected on that was
with
like
his dad.
it was a dad, it was loss, and he also had a little bit of imposter syndrome
With
of
his
just
brother,
like
twin.
with his brother and like just where he was supposed to be.
I forgot that
Yeah.
Cindy found his twin hotter than him.
Yes,
I forgot
that's so funny. And then like Verity's
Poor Sal.
is trying to keep family like together, and struggling with the like things you kind of have to do to
self-identity almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, like there's the folks that like or have somebody who's ill, and then they need to figure out how to make money to pay for hospital bills and different things, and the things you have to do. And we just and I when I was working with Sarah about it, just like blended that in with like, okay, warlock and a patron that like is gonna help with that. And so like indoctrination, we've talked about a lot of that stuff with a few different characters now.
Mm-hmm.
With like even Jax and Eliana and
And
Yoon, yeah, of just like the tribes and the different gods that people subscribe to that have practices that aren't like that they don't align with, or that they realize, oh, hey, like maybe I shouldn't have been a part of this, or I wish like I'd done it differently. Like, it's real world stuff in fantasy that kind of connect. People can resonate with it a lot more.
I think with Ira's, it's probably a lot to do with like the expectation of duty
Yeah,
and like
Yeah,
like
100%.
where she expects that she should be versus where she like actually is.
Mhm.
Like she so badly just wants to sit down with a book in comfy pants with Alyer and a muffin and just not do anything for a month.
Mhm.
But
She's a
she's
princess.
never gonna be able to do that. That life is never gonna like happen for her. And so I think that part of the anger is like resentment almost. Not toward anyone, but just like, oh wah, poor me. I was born to a wealthy family that, saved an entire populace. Oh man. But it's also like I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah.
It's like those Disney
So it's
movies
like-
where they're like celebrities. I'm like, I just want to be a regular girl.
You
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
But
God.
kind of, because it's like
Yeah.
these problems keep following her, and it's like I didn't ask for any of this.
Yeah.
Now, me when I built her, absolutely asked for all of this.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
When your brother ended up being the BBEG, I was like, they planned it all along.
Yeah.
That was like session 00.
So, fun fact enough, and this is going to be a shout out to Ben for this one. Him and I came up with that idea of like the brother, but bringing back the emperor was like something him and I had talked about, like
A
over
long
a
time
year
ago. Yeah.
like when we were like in the very early stages.
I was gonna say, I was like,
Hey.
how early was the Emperor like coming back?
Oh, it was because we knew that the whole calamity of everything, and we were going to do that session eventually. Which,
Yeah.
again, one of the things we didn't get to record, but we had done a prequel one shot that was the way that the Empire of Mar had fallen, and when even before that, like me and Ben were talking about it, and it was something where it was like, okay, like I thought the whole reveal, I mean, even in like Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone, like with the Voldemort being in the head
Yeah.
of the guy, I took that concept and was like, oh, okay, like what if the brother was like a part of that, and like you kind of adding that twist, and and then we kind of find out like all the stuff like in 83 that what's coming next in kind of the next kind of phase of everything. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Him and I have collaborated on a lot of things for you guys in the campaign, and even when he was coming to visit, like we talked about a few of the stuff, like we talked about the calamity session and working, kind of brainstormed that together, and then he came to play it. So it was a lot of fun.
I was
We're
like,
gonna have
who
to-
is this man?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get him back down here to like
Yeah,
to play for a couple weeks or just for a week, but then also like get him onto one of these.
yeah,
Because with
Yeah.
how much he's been in the background with you, like
oh yeah,
I think like he had some cool
oh yeah,
stuff to share.
And Sable needs a tattoo.
yeah. Sable does.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and he created like a cool set of NPCs that exist in like Port of Mar, and that like
Mhm.
gave people magical tattoos and magical items.
That was the coolest shit.
Yeah, it was cool.
I love my
his-
tattoo.
Yeah, his idea for like the items and stuff are awesome, and like he's done some stuff to try to like be like a tattoo artist. So a lot of the drawings that he kind of came up with for some of the stuff, he used different things to kind of help him build what he wanted to draw out, but we didn't have
Yeah.
enough time to do that, so we kind of put some stuff together pretty quickly, so everybody kind of got a visual representation of it. But that was his whole goal, was to like to design those tattoos so that like putting his stuff into practice. So it was really fun, an
Yeah.
idea.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it was that visit that week that was something we had talked about, of like, because him and I had like collaborated on like, okay, like what is this going to look like? What would this be for this person? What would it be for that person? And that's why like some people got a tattoo, some people got a magical item, because it was like, okay, what's
Well-
more relevant for the character?
Well, we all had a choice,
Yeah,
and the only one that chose not to was Lucio.
Yeah, he got his loot
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
magic.
Mm-hmm.
yep. Roman wasn't there, and neither was, and Nina wasn't at the time either. But she
Yeah.
ended up getting a tattoo from Haruyama, the
Yeah.
Sakura dragon. So
Should we transition?
yeah, I was gonna say we can transition to some fun questions in a cup
So
idea. I thought
well-
this was great. We have like our little teacups.
yeah, let me introduce what we're doing. So everyone has 5 questions in here. Just
Oh boy.
pull one out at random. Now there is one when you pull it out, and you'll know when you see it, that you ask it, you answer it, and then everyone else will answer that one particular question. There are character-specific questions in there just for you to answer.
Mike, I hate some more.
ASMR of the shuffling of the cards.
And then like the character specific, player specific, and then there's one in there that's like for like everyone to answer.
Cool.
So
Wait.
Get a D4,
Wait,
get a D4, get a D4.
Wait,
No,
wait,
that's perfect.
waiting,
Please hold. Please
Holding.
hold. Please hold.
Bring
Yes.
a dice tray so
holding.
you can roll in the camera.
Yes.
holding.
Hold.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
just thought stalking in the Cindy voice while we wait.
Holding.
All right. Oh wait, we have to pick numbers.
I was like,
Hold on, I got ahead of myself.
So should we do it in the way that we did the intros? So 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You go first.
One. Noise.
One. If all of the animals that existed in Aarencia existed in real life, which species would you adopt? Fucking, I don't know. Also, I answer and then everyone else also answers. Fucking shit. I mean, a hop owl is pretty cool.
There's some animals that you guys haven't interacted with.
I know. I'm like trying to think of them. I'm like, what do we got going on here?
Actually, no. There was one that you guys saw that, if it's a callback, is
The griffin?
no, the general. The general had a black and white cat that ended up like going through the office and then merged into a tuxedo cat. That was in his office when you guys were there in
This is the college, right?
I think so, yeah. That was at
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I remember that was in there. I have that in my notes because that was the like I had thought about that when we were there.
I'm gonna say I like the kitsune, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think
the
she's
fox.
pretty cool. I really like foxes in real life too. So I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my
They're
God,
fun.
they're so cute. I feel like with a hop owl there'd be too much feathers for me personally. But yeah. So I'm gonna go with a kitsune.
Ira has a hop owl, and I would absolutely have a hop owl. I have a theory that hop owls are for cat people and squats are for dog people. And Ira is definitely a cat person. What?
Where did the dog people and cat people come
Have you
from?
met Cole?
I've
get
met
it.
Cole,
Well-
but I also know a sassy cat you own.
Cole's like a little chihuahua,
Yeah.
and Awyer's just like a little Ellie bean.
Well, I don't know. Cole has energy, but I don't know.
That's a
I think he has
nickname for
orange cat
Ellie
energy.
bean. Instead of jelly bean, just an Ellie bean.
I've called her that plenty of times.
Oh, I haven't heard you say that.
I've said that all the time.
Oh, well.
I
It was in
okay,
your
but
subconscious.
like Oyer has like the energy of like a golden retriever. So like
Yes.
He
So,
has
like,
the energy of like game.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No. Golden
yeah.
retriever. Cole is an orange cat.
yeah.
Gabe or Ellie. God damn it, which one? Awyer does not have dog energy. He
He
gets,
gets
this.
the zoomies.
So do cats.
Yeah,
That's
but so
true.
do
You have
dogs.
3 cats. It's like we do. They get the zoomies.
Yeah.
Do we all have 3 cats?
Wow.
Wow.
9 cats
The
between the
cat
football.
crew.
None of us have dogs.
You haven't answered.
Yeah, you haven't answered. I was like,
Like,
hey,
dog
yours
to
was
go
like-
talk, and then like I was like, wait.
If I couldn't convince you to like let me make a cool one combination, then I guess I would like
Well, first of all, now I'm curious. What would your combination be?
I really like I would want some kind of insect.
Okay.
Like a caterpillar, like a cat butterfly.
Oh my
That would be
god!
really
like
cool,
a
like a
woolly
little-
caterpillar.
Like a cat
With
or like
butterfly
a
wings?
moth cat. Yeah, like with butterfly wings, like some kind of fluffy cat, orange or white, and then it would have some kind of wings, like moth or butterfly wings with like little antennas, and I'd want them to be like small and
Like the beautiful like lotus wings.
yes,
Yeah.
baby, yeah, like
That
the
would be
green
really
one. I
cute.
think that would be so fun.
Call it a caterfly.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
Found your
interesting.
campaign 2 companion.
Um,
that would be cool. I didn't get one this one.
By the time you join, there were
Yours will be
3
like-
other companions.
well, I'll channel my like inspiration from Laudna and like come up with like a little like
Dead
undead
one.
thing.
I would love
Freak
that.
out Eliana.
She would on purpose.
Yeah, I would say mine would definitely be the squat. It's a cool. I've always like had like a fascination with squirrels for
Black
some reason.
squirrels.
Black squirrels. They just
Yeah.
look so cool to me. I don't like. I mean, squirrels are great, like they're fun, cute little things. But
Except when they're eating our bird
but
food.
when they're, I've seen like an all black squirrel maybe like once or twice in my life, and they just look. It's just like a black cat, but like in a squirrel shape. And I'm like, that's awesome. For
Should
some
have
reason.
come to my college. There are a lot of
Yeah.
black squirrels there.
Black squirrels are awesome.
Only seen one, and that was on the side of the interstate coming home with my parents the last
Stop.
time.
It was just taking a nap, right?
no, it was
Okay.
no,
It was alive.
No, it was alive. It was sitting up. It was sitting up like on the embankment, like on the ground by some trees. It was definitely alive.
Okay.
Ooh, a fun one. I don't know why I'm
Nice
saying
try
ooh, a fun
for
one because I
one.
wrote all the questions. But where does Ira get the blueberry muffins?
Oh shoot,
She's
we're
not
gonna learn
gonna
that.
fucking tell us.
She's not gonna tell you.
Let me know.
Can I answer the question? I will slurp that coffee. I will slurp that. Where'd she get the muffins? Those who survive to the end of the campaign, we'll find out.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck you too.
It's. I mean, Jax knows.
He doesn't
Jax does know. I feel
She did
like
a whisper.
I feel like Jax knows.
like he got a whisper, but I'm like, he's not telepathic. Like he can't like know what you're thinking.
Yeah, she whispered.
But
I told him.
yeah, Justin knows.
No, it was an
It was
insight.
Jack's in character.
Jax incited it and
Yeah.
heard it.
What I'm saying though is like it's like
Trust me. The
You
way
know what I mean?
the way the muffin thing works,
okay.
they only ever stay in like
Okay.
a room together.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So
as
he's
to why he would know.
present with her like all the time.
Because I picture you pooping them out. I don't know why.
Ira just
Well,
shits
I had a big
muffins.
one today.
Fuck.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
A big one.
So that means Sable wants one?
She wants to feel included.
Oh, it's a big one.
Well,
today.
let's put
Did you
that to
say
bed.
That's crazy.
Let's put that to bed. Ira does not poop out the blueberry muffins. That is not where they
That's
come
not
from.
canon.
We
don't-
can
I don't
rule
think
that
so.
out.
Marian L's just like boop. boop, boop,
That's
boop.
muffins.
that's not how that works.
That's why it's the blue magic.
Yeah.
See what you've done?
I didn't do that. Caroline
I
did
know.
that.
No.
Speaking of, you draw.
I can't read.
You're getting your master's degree. Yes, you can.
Jared, I'm 19 and I
Let
can't
me
read.
pretend. What's it like being back at the table after taking a long break? How do I answer that?
You hate it? You want
No,
to leave?
I love it. I love it. It's definitely different because we did come from doing it at you guys' old house with the table in the living room and everything, and then, but it's really nice. It's different for me not to look at the camera because I have to like physically look away, or like when I'm wearing the headphones, I'm like, and things happen, like you send the whispers to Verity and things like that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's very immersive. So I'm like, what am I hearing? But it's been fun.
Does the like? It's something I've been curious about. Is like the RP component different now than it was like
Yes.
before?
You RP now, like a lot more.
Damn.
Called out.
Snap.
You always did, but I feel like Ira has like a not
Her
more,
own little
her
personality.
own personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the RP component is very different in like a positive way.
I hope so. We had nowhere to go but up.
I can say that you coming back to the table was like a breath of fresh air. It was really refreshing.
Aw.
It felt like
It felt like
it
that.
felt
Like
I guess the lack of a better phrase, it felt like home. It felt like it made sense.
that
um,
last little puzzle piece just like
yeah.
snapped into place.
Aww.
So yeah.
Yeah.
We've talked about that a lot.
I think that's similar to how it felt for me too. I wish Dawn was also still there.
Yes, we do miss Dawn.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. I wish we could I
I
wish I could
would
play with Dawn.
I would fall out of my chair every week laughing if you and Nina were at the table
Yeah.
together.
I don't think you could do it.
You would have-
I
you would have
I
no
get
control.
nervous about that chaotic energy all the time when I think about that potential.
That potential is always there.
Especially Dawn as a character. Dawn with Sable.
Oh no. Oh no.
God bless. What does your process for building out a combat look like? What plays into your planning? And are there things you stay away from? And what are those? Jeez, like 4 parts. I feel like we talked about this a little bit though, like with the map making process. A lot of it just when it comes to building the combats, it's something where it's been a lot of give and take. I've learned a lot of the things about balance, and Ben and I do get carried away sometimes when we've created some things, and it's made for me having to pivot in the moment and
It's gotten a lot better,
alternate, and it's gotten a lot better though. And I mean, with the narrative of everything happening in the story, it's been interesting because I mean, you guys now fought 2 different gods, so
And we're still level 9.
and you guys are still level 9, so it's like it's getting crazy. But a lot of it comes into planning too, of like, okay, like there's the whole map building process and like kind of what that looks like. I'm always inspired by Maps Mercer and like making sure that
Maps
like
Mercer.
that's what they call him. It's Maps
Oh,
Mercer.
I didn't know that.
Um,
I'm
but
just a player.
that's like hashtag Maps Mercer when they like post like the map making videos and stuff. And like, so I always try to kind of like incorporate a lot of those different things when I try to do the map of like doing terrain and all those different things. But a lot of things I stay away from are and I've learned this after the first few times, I stay away from leaving little nooks for people to hide in.
Oh.
I will put rocks or bushes and things where people cannot get behind them unless it would take a very interesting set of either a turn or 2 to get behind there.
To be fair, the current composition of the table is not going to hide.
Well, I'm just
like how I
I'm
phrased
taking
that?
I'm taking it off the table. No pun intended. But and yeah, so I that's the biggest thing that I stay away from is making sure that like you guys have to face it head on. The one thing
No.
I think is interesting too
And
for
you're
me,
just no.
was the fight in 81. That was something where it was the first time I played around with the idea of either a fight that you guys couldn't win or it was enough where it was like, okay, you need to run. A lot of the fights that you guys have been given for me and I constructed for those combats were ones you had to kind of get through. This one was the one that like you guys needed to get away from.
Which was really hard because we had just fought a god. So we were like, we can do it.
Yeah,
The
we could do
confidence.
anything.
We have seen Eliana's father briefly in a moment with her and Flossidus. What was Eliana's relationship with her father like? If he passed away before she was born, what did she think about him? So Eliana's father passed away when she was a little younger. So she has kind of like her memories aren't quite like fully formed. Like it's like kind of like the hazy, like rose tinted memories of him. He was always much more patient than her mother and like very understanding and like trying to see all sides of the situation. He was very much the mediator in the family. And with Lillian, especially, Lillian was older, so she actually like knew her father pretty well, which is why Lillian was so devastated by his passing. And her sister actually took the brunt of that emotional grief, where she originally was in her spring form, but then she turned into an autumn form to try and mimic their father. But she was like very decayed, and like her father was very healthy looking, like dark oaks, like
vibrant, warm tone.
vibrant, warm tones, like very wholesome. Whereas Lillian was very decrepit, like dying, decaying leaves, things like that. So she was trying to mimic like her father, her sister was, but didn't quite get there. Whereas, so she took it very hard. Eliana, not as much so, but basically her father died because he got very, very sick of an illness like that they couldn't really cure. Like almost like someone getting like pneumonia and dying. So that's how he passed. Yeah. But that's how that's what her
Yeah.
father was like.
That's sweet.
Cute.
Sable and them can bond over that.
Oh.
Family death. And Jax.
This is for everyone. What has been your favorite location the party has visited in Aarencia so far? And then, Caroline, when it gets to you, which location have you heard about that you wish Sable had been there for? But for me, that's going to be specifically the Hop Owl Sanctuary.
Okay. The Bonifolia, yeah.
Well, not sure the whole continent, but I didn't particularly like the journey to Hop Owl Hills, to be honest, or back. It was obnoxious, but like seeing Lawyer's home, seeing where he like meeting his little family, just like his little guys, and then how she left the like ball bearings as toys
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the little babies to play with. She like made them glow, and that wasn't gonna last a long time because it was like prestidigitation or something. She did it, so,
Yeah.
but it was still like they're like, oh my god, ah,
Little kindness.
yeah, and they're freaked out. I do like sometimes secretly wonder though if like Alyer misses home at all, or if he's just still like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good.
I think the same for Cole a lot of times. I mean, even Stella too, right? They all came from the same continent, so
Mhm.
I'd probably want to see the Cindy's hometown, like that big city.
Ormar City.
Ormar City, because where I left off, like right before I left, was like there was a sign of
Yep.
Aura's book
Yeah.
and her whole childhood book and everything, and then it was Cindy's home, and Grimm was obsessed with Cindy, so I had a lot of connection to that one right before I left. So I imagine it's like mostly like a clothing district. I don't.
It's like New York
It's like
City.
New York City. is
Yeah.
what we
yeah,
established.
so
Yeah,
I
it's
would have loved that.
massive.
Caroline as a person would have loved that. So
Yeah.
It was cool.
yeah.
Are we going?
What about you?
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
mean,
your
like
turn.
I'm the one that I've
So?
seen all these in my head.
So
Um,
In my
no
head.
spoilers to know where we've been.
the
haven't
ones
gone
that the one I think I had the most fun building out was, for me, was Bountifolia. That was the one that, I mean, I'm fascinated with a lot, and I'm really like into a lot of like the Japanese like influence and lore. Even a lot of like the folk tales and stuff. Like, I mean, when I was building Bountifolia and the different places that you guys were gonna go for that, I looked up like, you mean like the Japanese zodiac. We had gone and seen I think it was a Miyazaki like exhibit at the one like the museum here in town, and so like, and I got a book there that had like Japanese like folklore about different animals and different like things, and it was able to like encompass it, and it was like the most fun I had was building that out, and just like the different plant life and the culture and like the vibes of all of it was just it was cool.
I agree. I
Yeah.
really like Bountifolia because, like, look, when I play Minecraft, I'm the cherry blossom biome bit.
Yeah.
Look, and that was like basically Bountifolia. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like for Eliana, it was like the good, pretty environment of the Feywild without the danger of the Feywild.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like she really liked Bountifolia as well. Which is another reason why like she kind of attached onto Dawn, because Dawn's whole thing was like the
pink
tree, the
and-
pink. She was
Yeah,
like
pink trees.
the pink, the pink. Yeah.
I think Bountifolia would probably like across the realm, bar none, has the best food.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like I have a headcanon that like the food on Bountifolia is unlike anywhere else in the realm.
Well, it's
Aw.
like a real Japan. Like
I wish I liked Japanese food.
If you don't like it, you haven't had the right stuff.
Yeah.
that's facts.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
like sushi. I don't like seaweed.
There's so much
Like,
more than just
yeah.
sushi though.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember you
I'll
making the
take
map
you-
for
miso soup.
Bountifolia.
I'll take you to
Yeah.
Chutenjak and get you
Okay.
the tonkatsu ramen, and you'll be like,
I
done.
remember you putting the little pink trees like on the
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was cool.
Map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pick your last one.
Oh. What are some of the more outlandish things on Sable's bucket list without giving any spoilers?
Ooh, yeah, this is a good one.
Ooh.
Good one.
I guess one of my favorite outlandish things I put on there is mid-battle, I want Sable to have to make out with a bard. But we haven't encountered
That's
any
funny.
bards
That's
for her
funny.
to be like, hey, I'm sorry, can we just make out real quick? Like, because mid-combat, I wanted her just to be like, you sing?
Sorry,
You
just
know
for
what
a
I
sec.
mean? Just like straight out.
I wonder if that's considered the help action.
You would have to figure it out mechanically if her action would be taken out, if their
That's so
action
funny.
would be taken out.
It's how they bardically inspire you.
Do I get inspiration?
Damn.
That would be perfect.
That's
you
a
know?
real Sam
That's-
Riggle bard, though, like
that's-
Scanlan, for sure.
Dude, so you just see a bard and you go make out with him, and then you just assume that you're going to be inspired after.
Yeah.
That's assumption. That's
But like
presumptuous
maybe
of the bard.
no, she assumes that of the bard.
That's what I meant. It's presumptuous of the bard.
Yeah, I mean, she has, who knows what's going to happen. All she can think of is,
Inspire me with your mouth.
she's like, hey, mid-battle. So that's one of the like crazier
Not happy about
ones.
that soundbite.
Ugh.
Yeah, I guess like a lot of them are funny. I have a few, like I think I have 10 out of the 100 that are like wholesome.
I wrote all 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. I've
Holy
seen her
shit.
thing. It just goes, and then when
Yeah.
something happens, she goes and like checks it off the list.
See,
Yeah, like
I wish
killing someone. I had to check it off the
Yeah,
list.
I
Like,
strive to be as detailed as you are in like your character creation. Like you go so far in, but my brain just can't like do that.
I have to. I have to have a mental, like a emotional connection to be able to separate them so far.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to play them out to like get to learn them more almost, which is sometimes I go into like a campaign like not fully knowing like my character.
But that's exciting.
But
I
Yeah.
want to write a book too bad to not do that. Like I just, I don't know.
me as a kid, I used to want to write a book.
Feels
I
like
haven't
a-
gotten there yet.
It was like a weird creative exercise.
That would be nice.
You know, character development now on paper. Last one.
Last one.
Lost.
Use the 9.
Use the 9.
This one's good. As our game master, what has been your favorite part about building our Aarencia? Are you already thinking about campaign 2, and what could that look like?
You're welcome.
I think my favorite part was
Laugh of the year right there.
I've-
I love it.
I've always just had so much fun just kind of like letting my imagination run wild in building this world out. So I've had a lot of fun of just like building the whole aspect of it. But it's funny because Aarencia, and it's something that we've established without talking about it in the game yet, is Aarencia is the actual like planet, just like Earth is our planet. Like Aarencia is the planet, and the group of continents that we're in right now is known colloquially as the Arbolamonte Isles. But like it's very much a closed off kind of situation with a lot of folks in like the cultures that exist in these continents, is because with everything that happened with Mar, a lot of things are like the rest of the world is kind of cut off. But I think I even said this when we were first kind of talking about getting to like setting up this campaign and stuff, was that this map was going to be the one half of the southern hemisphere of the planet. So there's like 4 other sets of continents that exist kind of everywhere. And so there's the potential for 4 different campaigns if we go to like, you know, each of those, or like, you know, a campaign can encompass like both sets. It just depends. It's just a lot of the fun part of it was building out the map and then kind of coming up with the story afterwards, just because you kind of see the world you're getting to move around in, especially with the map. And I have finished the map for campaign 2. That is the known as the I think we called it the Wildernlands. And it is something where there's a lot of different like weather patterns, biomes, the way that magic works is differently. And there's a lot of like different source books that I'm going to kind of be weaving into a lot of this with the different like subclasses in magic, and just because they never experienced the like calamity that was the downfall of Mar. So magic is in a different level of progression, and this part of the world is in a different like space as far as like technology and magic and all those things. So just a little bit about that. And so we've already kind of kicked around ideas for different characters and stuff, but
So we're saving the world right now. What happens
And be no pressure. If we're not successful, then we're done.
Because
Off
I'm
the
like,
quest.
does
If-
it just affect
we-
the southern
If
hemisphere?
we are not
I'm like,
successful, there is no campaign 2.
Yeah.
We're done. We're gonna throw in the towel, clock out.
Because like the magic problems like from the fall of Mar haven't reached the other hemispheres.
Correct.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, so what happens if it?
Well, there's nothing
if we
that
get
the
fucked
other
up?
half of the southern hemisphere we haven't decided. Like I haven't decided yet, or like of what that's going to look like if they were affected at all. I know with the half of the northern hemisphere that are the Wilderlands exists in, there is a pretty heavy mountain range that kind of took the brunt of where the continent of Mar was. And so like it all the splash of like the magic and stuff hit those mountains and was not able to progress as far as the decay. But there is a large kind of open water space up north of Bog Marsh that is pretty it's a large expanse that kind of reaches the next continent, which is in the Wilderlands, but there is a little bit of fallout that kind of broke around the mountains, and there's a lot of like whirlpools, and it's very Bermuda Triangle-esque of where it's really hard to progress through that, which is why nobody
has
from this
anyone had
has
any
gone up.
contact
Yeah.
between any of the hemispheres?
Not really.
Okay, interesting.
It's very little to none, so it's almost like that part of the northern and southern hemispheres have been cut off from each other. So that's why like there's the potentiality that even if like we get all the way into like a 5th campaign of like what happens when the technology from here reaches there, and like if it ever does, like what would that look like? Like there's such a level of progression that this whole planet can have that like
Ira and Cindy with FaceTime would be obnoxious.
Are we gonna get to level 20 in campaign 2?
in campaign 2.
Campaign 2.
I have no idea.
I don't think we're
I
getting level.
I'm excited to
it's
see how
a
you
thing
build
right
it
now
out.
to see if we even get to level 20 in campaign 1.
We're
I
not
don't-
getting level
Bro,
20
we're
in
level
campaign
9.
1.
We're not getting into
You don't
level
know.
20.
Wait,
Who knows?
you go 6 months between level ups.
Look, that's not my fault. None of y'all trained.
That's not my
None of y'all trained
none of-
Sword Art Online.
None of y'all train. None of you guys try to like boost your stats.
You're the
like,
decision maker.
Yeah,
We just
Guy-
got to beg, guys, like we do for the
it's my
masquerade
world.
ball.
You guys are just living in it.
We
you know what I'm saying?
we
Like,
just have to build at Port Mar. We just have to take 7 sessions to do a training montage and then level up like 10 times.
Is that even a
thank-
possibility?
No. Thankfully enough, we are not experience based leveling. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's
hey, miss, you good?
it'll be interesting to see the progression and stuff. And I mean, there's a thought that I've even had for us like going into campaign 2 of just being like, okay, like which one of us at the table is going to be the one that comes from our Bolamonte Isles, and like is the one that travels to the other place and has that like fish out of water experience and stuff, if any. We don't. It doesn't have to be one of us, but I thought it would be fun to incorporate one of
Is
those.
that
but-
no nose goes or
Yeah, nose goes.
I need to be doing some.
I'm the through line from campaign 1.
there's-
No.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's been
Let
a few
me be
people that
dumb.
like if you know Nina is back and if Nina's back and she wants to be at the table for like the start of campaign
Nina,
2.
come back! I love you.
Nina, come back. We've had a few other folks that we've kind of building this community with
Brendan, come
with
back! I
off the
love you.
beaten quest, like of but through your help, we can potentially get a larger table. So go to our Ko-Fi, Wormwood, if you're watching. Like we can work something out. We've already given you 2 shout outs. I mean, like we can run ads. It'll be great. Promos.
We're everywhere on social in case you want to DM.
Yeah. I can DM you directly. I mean, like we can
Don't make me look desperate.
tell me what to do?
Shameless.
tell me what to do. Yeah, say
Plug.
shameless plug, shameless.
If you
shameless
want feet
pandering.
pics,
Stop it! Stop.
Damn, that's crazy. But
What
yeah,
if we like almost had them and you're like feet pics?
I mean,
So-
unless
so we'll play a little game just to kind of close it out. We'll do a little bit of 2 truths and a lie. Us as players, so not necessarily as like the characters, but just us as players. If you guys had a chance to think of some of
No.
those, or
you got this, you can go first.
so, I have thought about killing Jax. I've thought about a situation where all of you die, and I have thought about a situation for the end. Like I've thought about the end of the campaign, like what like an epilogue would look like for all of you.
Are we playing to win or are we just playing for fun?
I'm just playing for fun. I don't like.
Number 2 is the lie.
Yeah, number 2. Number
Think number
1's
2?
true because you've tried to kill Jax like twice already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think you.
It's unfair. This one's unfair for me because I live with you.
Yeah.
So I think number 2 is a lie. It's the only one I haven't heard yet.
I don't feel like you would kill Jax. You've thought. It says you thought about it, not like you want. to.
Yeah.
Fine. Number 2 is wrong. Please be wrong.
Number 1.
What?
You literally have said to me before, like, I think I just want to kill off Jax. Like, what's the point?
But he didn't put deep thought into it, right?
No.
Mm.
I put him in situations where he's died multiple times, but it was never a thing of like, okay, I'm going to kill this person off. If anything, it's just emotional motivation for like he's the vessel that like can branch that out.
Jesus.
It's happened multiple times now, so
You okay?
It's the best.
the vessel, the new hand has touched the beacon.
Yes. A new hand.
I think I can wing this. Ira's favorite pastry being a blueberry muffin is because it's my favorite pastry or dessert. I wish that Ira wishes that she could just be a regular paladin and not have the expectation of being a champion. And the last one is Ira wants to figure out a way to save her brother that doesn't result in him dying.
3.
Blueberry's not your favorite.
I'm not gonna lie.
Pastry, dessert, baked thing.
Yeah, the blueberry muffin.
Yeah. I didn't honestly. I spaced out for the first question. So, but yeah, if you're saying your favorite, then yeah.
Then what's my favorite?
I don't fucking know, but I don't
Cheesecake.
think it's blueberry.
Oh fuck. Come back to me.
Well, you know what.
I don't know.
The same as yours.
Cheesecake
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
So yeah,
But you like the ones with the fruits on 'em.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
It has
Plain
to be
cheesecake.
specifically
I
her
am-
mother's recipe.
I am a cheesecake purist.
That's right. That's
It's my
right.
mom's recipe, cheesecake
And I'm the
purist.
pumpkin cheesecake girl. So yes, I see. I remember.
So yes, the first one was a lie.
Oh god, I don't.
It's either one of you.
It's you too.
Okay. I can go.
Cooking.
Keep cooking.
Sable. I want Sable's death premonition to come true. Sable is hoping Ira dies and has some sort of like resolution with her deity. And every time before session, I spend an hour jamming out to music in my car that matches the emotion I want to bring into a session.
The first one.
Well, 3 is totally true.
Yeah, 3 totally true.
I see it. The time frame is also very specific.
I want to say 2 is a lie. 'Cause that's
I think
mean.
it's the first one.
I think it's 2 is the lie.
2 is the lie.
Ah,
She doesn't
Yay.
want Ira to die, but she does
well, I
want
was
to die.
picturing like she comes back after. She
Oh
Yeah, that's sort of what I was.
There's-
Yeah.
dies and then.
So-
All right, you chief.
I love how these are meant to be like
hate this
player
game.
things. Like I faked a dice roll. I've like
Oh,
created too many character playlists, and then we all went super deep in the paint on like character stuff.
I almost made Eliana a vegetarian.
so that's a truth.
Mhm.
Just to think hard of the lie.
Yeah.
Well, I have 2
Oh, okay.
things, and how do you know I didn't come with the lie first?
Well, the lie could be the easy one.
That's true.
That's true.
Eliana was originally planned to be an only child, And I had the last one, and then it went away. And then hyperventilating might help. And my backup character was a wizard.
So some of these I have an unfair advantage for some of these.
Yeah.
Number 3 is totally true. I know that for a fact.
I knew that too.
I feel like number 2 is a lie.
No, number
I
one. I'm
think
still going number one.
I think number 2's the lie. 'Cause I do feel like it's such a plausible thing for Eliana to potentially be, with the fact that she can turn into animals, be a vegetarian.
Yeah.
It's so plausible.
Oh,
And she's so against death.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought she was vegan, and you were talking about. Oh, I thought about her being vegetarian. So it's like, why when she's already vegan? So, okay, so yeah, number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah.
She was always meant to have a sister.
Yeah.
We're good at this game, guys.
We're good. We know each other. We know our characters and each other's characters.
I was
Well-
wrong for some of them. It's fine.
Me too. It's okay. We don't have to. It's okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here at Above Table Talks. And yeah, definitely check out the campaign, of course. Get caught up if you haven't.
YouTube, Spotify, Amazon,
YouTube,
Apple.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Everywhere.
I hope we were
stream.
funny.
We have new episodes that go live every week. They go live on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. So you can find us all of those there at all those socials.
Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central.
Well, I didn't want to say because sometimes we go to Tuesdays.
Our standard time is
Standard is
7
Wednesday.
If we change, though, we'll
Sometimes
post on our
life
Instagram
happens.
and TikTok stories. And then
Sometimes life happens.
the episodes go live. Like VOD access is first thing the next morning on
Yeah.
all platforms.
You video on demand for subscribers on our Twitch channel. So if you missed the broadcast, you can kind of watch those again, see what we talked about in the chat and all the things.
Yep.
And definitely check out the premieres. I mean, you get to chat with all of us while the episodes are premiering, so you get to hang out with the cast and stuff.
I'm there sometimes.
Yeah.
This one's
She listens to it like 17 times.
Yeah, I
before she
edit a
edits
lot.
it. So she's like, I don't know. I don't want to hear
and
it.
then this one made the super cute emotes if you sub to our
Yeah.
Twitch.
I'm gonna make more.
Make more.
We only have so many slots.
I know. Well, with your help,
With
we
your
can get
help,
more
you
slots.
can get more slots.
But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye.